Welcome back, peeps. Thank you for tuning in to the Battle Royale channel, where we're always taking a look at the newest tips and tricks in the Call of Duty universe. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the new M79 grenade launcher that was added into Warzone versus the RPG. All right. I know there's quite a few people that still use RPGs and that they're still kind of launcher guys. So that's why I decided to make this video. And in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the damage from each one, the range, and how much, what's that minimum distance that you need for that grenade launcher to explode, because that's something pretty important as well. So we'll go over all those details in today's video, and if you guys do enjoy this kind of content, please remember to like and subscribe and turn that notification bell on. It helps me out a lot, because if you guys didn't know, 91% of you guys who watch my videos are not subscribed yet. So if you do, I deeply appreciate it. And with that being said, let's jump right into this video. So first, let's start off with what Call of Duty tells us, right? I always start off with that information just to see what they actually say about that gun. So I've got the M79 grenade launcher selected, which is the Thumper if you guys played Call of Duty before. And if we go into and we hover over the RPG, the RPG-7, it does actually say that the RPG does less damage. This is what they're telling us. This is what the game is telling us. So that's why I was like, all right, maybe I need to make a video about this, because they're saying that a grenade launcher does more damage than the RPG, but the RPG obviously does have, it says a little bit more range, but we'll go more into detail with that on why I think that is a loadable. The fire rate's a little bit faster in the RPG, and you have better control, but you actually run a little bit faster with the Thumper. And yeah, so let's actually go into how I got these. So obviously I had to go and test how much damage this was, right? Because it says it does a little bit more damage. So I tried to go into plunder because that was the most reasonable area to get plunder, but then I noticed that there was no damage points, right? And I was like, oh god damn it, how am I going to do this? Then I went into the what's it called? I went into that practice mode where you can play against little bots, and you do have that the damage. So I tested the damage, but the problem was because by the time I got the drop, all the bots had taken all their armor off, so they all had 100 HP. So every time I either hit them with the RPG or with the grenade launcher, they died immediately, and I did 100 damage. So first off and foremost, the Thumper will kill you if you got 100 HP and you don't have any. So if you don't have any armor and you don't have any EOD, the Thumper, like the M79 and the RPG, will both kill you if you hit the proximity. So now I was like, god damn it, how am I going to do this? So what I did, I actually went into plunder, and I went into the in the lobby. That's actually where I tested it, and I went to somebody that was moving, obviously that he could kill me. So I shot him a direct hit with the Thumper, in the ground, and actually a direct hit, and then I didn't shoot him anymore. So I forced him to kill me. The reason being is because when you go into the kill cam, you can actually see how much damage you cause a guy. So that's how I managed to find out how much the M79 actually does hit you. So you start with 2 plates, and I direct hitted the guy, and it took him about 25 HP remaining. So it takes about 1 full plate away and about more than 3/4 of your health. So after I did the numbers and I tested it all a bunch of times, the RPG and the M79 seem to do about the same amount of damage, and that damage is about 110. That's why if somebody's got EOD, you will need to RPG him like 3 times. The same thing goes with the M79. You do need to shoot him quite a few times, and you can definitely survive quite a bit of this hits. And with the M79, the reason being is you can hip fire this, right? So you don't need to aim, which is one of the biggest problems with the RPG and why it's a little bit too slow. And yeah, let's go into some of the testing that I did. So now we got the damage. So they both do around 109, which is pretty, I mean, it's not bad, but I guess if you're gonna push somebody beforehand, so let's say he's hiding behind a corner and you're gonna push him, you take that M79 out quick, you hip fire that, you hit him maybe for like 70, 100 HP, which is a significant boost. You already took 2 full plates out this guy, and then you take out your main primary weapon and you go rush him. You're gonna have a huge advantage when you go into that fight. Now let's talk about one of the main weaknesses of the grenade launchers, which is that you can't explode it from really close proximity. And what is that test actually? So you guys see me testing it out here, and I put the meters in the screen, and obviously at 10 meters you can explode it, 9 meters you can explode it, but below 10 meters you cannot explode it. So anything below 8 meters, 7.5, 7 meters, you will get just that, like the direct impact, and it won't explode. And I think 8 meters is quite a bit. I really definitely think they should lower this if they want this to be viable, because 8 meters is quite a bit. So I think this, I mean, this is one of the worst parts of a grenade launcher. You have that maximum damage, but 8 meters, it seems just way too much, because you'll see some of my gameplay, and I was really, I tried killing people with this thing, and it is just really, 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 really difficult to kill people with this, especially because that's why I was talking about the range. The range is just really bad. I mean, it's like if you're shooting a diaper loaded full of shit, that's what you're basically shooting out of this. I can get any people from far range. I mean, I thought with the RPG, you obviously, you know, the missile moves a little bit, but at least you'll know the bullet will get there. With the M79, I didn't know if they were gonna get there. So overall, I just think that this is probably one of the, not just the worst launcher in the game, but I think it's probably one of the worst weapons in the entire game. So some people like running RPGs, you know, like if you run RPGs and you got 6 bullets and you just blast the shit out of somebody, like it's a pretty OP weapon. I mean, you know, people obviously prefer to run, you know, like an assault rifle in the Mac 10, but if you got somebody that's running RPGs, definitely worth it. But the M79, I will tell you right now, as you guys can see in the gameplay, I mean, I try to kill people. Obviously, if they're down, you'll definitely kill them because they've got 100 HP. But overall, it is just a really, 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 really bad weapon. Unless the only primary weapon that you have is like a speed rushing weapon and you want to have the M79 just to rush people. But overall, I really think it was really bad. I even noted, so the damage, the thing is with the RPG, even though it does a little over 100 damage, if you direct hit somebody, you will down them, which is something really OP about the RPG, because you honestly, you can get a lot of those with direct hits with the RPG, surprisingly, and you will down them. And a direct hit with the M79 won't down them, which is pretty shitty, especially when you take it out and, you know, they jump like right in front of you, and with the RPG you shoot, you down each other, you know, so you kill yourself because of the explosion of the RPG, but you also down the enemy. With the M79, it is just, I don't know, it is just really, really, really bad. So mark my words for this video, and just letting you guys know that you cannot and you should not use this weapon. All right, for anybody who thought, oh, this weapon looks cool, do not touch it. All right, so thank you for tuning in. Let me know down below in the comments if you guys have used this gun, and if you have a different opinion from mine. Peace out, everybody, and I'll see you all in the next one. Well, hello there. I see you're still here, and because of that, you're gonna get a VIP tour of my brand spanking new website. Here you can check out if I'm streaming, or maybe donate some Benjamins if you want to support me a bit more. Most importantly, you can get your own anti-gulag merch right here. 100% guaranteed that you will not go into the gulag if you wear one of these. And finally, you can check out some of my COD videos and the top point makers on my stream. And now, with all that being said, I'll see you all in the next one.